Kush.
If I get embarrassed, I don't
What?
If I get embarrassed, I can
With an English accent, I don't answer.
sick, I turn white. Niggas, boys, black. Why are they the colored ones? We're the colored ones.
No, there's an answer to that. Because, no, you're right. We are the colored ones because we have all the colors in us. Okay. In any case, so Kush represents the absence of color, which is Tzimtzum. Those are the two milas and midos of the Rabbanu Shalom. There's Chesed, which is without any limitations, and then there's Gvura, which is very, very mitzumtzum and very limited. And that's what Paras Umodai means. Paras is Parus. Prusa means a crumb, a piece. Mitzumtzum, not unlimited, but limited. And Modai means Ad Belidai, that you get a bracha without any limitations. Same thing as Hodu and Kush, only the opposite is Paras Umodai. And that's why it says, Ufros Oleinu Sukkah Shlomecha. In this world, the Shleimus of Olam Haba is only partial. You can't have the Shleimus of Olam Haba in this world. Klapi Olam Haba, Sukkah Shlomecha, there's only Ufros. There's only a mikzas, there's only a portion, a crumb.
Yeah, but you drink enough, smoke enough, or snort enough, you won't know the difference.
I got the drink, the other ones I didn't understand.
There's kids here.
Bracha, however, bracha is an olam hazeh. Bracha means ribui. There you can have totality, shleimus. The harikosi lechem bracha ad belidai. So the naila of paros, of paras, is klapi olam haba, and modai is for olam hazeh, and that's the same thing as hodu, which is chesed, and kush, which is gvura tzimtzum. Thank you.
Chaya. Don't drink it all. One ounce.
Okay.
Okay.
That's why in the art scroll, right after that it says, Hapartamim v'sorei hamedinos. Partamim is the people who only have a part. And Sorei Hamedinos is without any limitation. There's no boundaries. All the Medinos and all the Sorim, that's something that has no limitations. That's why it says, Osher Kavod Malchuso, which is without any limitations. And then Yikar Tiferes Gedulaso. Yikar, Chazal say, is Tefillin. You can't see the totality of the Rebbeinu Shalom's covet. You can't see Panai Lo Yero. But Achora you can see. That's Mitzumtzum, that's limited. What's the limitation of Kavod Hashem? Tefillin. Yikar. Yikar Tiferes Gedulaso. V'ro'isa Achora. That's why it says Yomim Rabim without any limitations. And then it says Shmonim U'Ma'as Yom, a limited amount. All the first psukim in the Gila follow this idea. Two ideas. One, without limitation, the modai, and then there's the with limitation, the paras. Klapi olam haba, everything is limited in this world. Klapi olam hazeh, you can have tosefes and ribui and brocha, whatever. And that's, we find this idea bichlal by the Rabbanu Shalom. Kadosh, Kadosh, the Rabbanu Shalom is muvdal, mufresh, limited, you can't see where he is, and mole kolor is kavodo, and then there's unlimited. And that's why it says, what's it called by Esther, Mash elosei v'nosein loch mashma complete. Uma bakoshosei ad chatzi malchus, the porus, only half. What's the idea? The idea is that she'ela is for olam hazeh. Acha shoalti meis Hashem means I have she'elos for this world. Osa avakesh is how they impact on the world to come. So she'elosi you can have completely in this world. That's ad belidai. But bakashosi is only ad chatzi amalchus, and this world can never be complete. Okay. And that's why Lamaisa, women have more of a shaykhis to Olam Hazeh. They are the bracha, which is a person who, what's it called, the shori below isha, sholi bro bracha. They have the inyan of bracha, women. And that's why a woman is called bakol. Vashem beirachas Avram bakol is a bas. Because a woman represents Olam Hazeh, and in Olam Hazeh you can have everything. Without any limitations. Bakol. And that's why it says that the women Yitnu Yakar LeBaalehen. The tefillin, we said, is a siman of tzimtzum. So the women don't have the tefillin. They give the tefillin to their husbands. It's Yakar LeBaalehen because by them it's not shayach. And that is the deeper understanding of why Kol Be'isha is also to a man. Because the inyan of Isha, which is Kol, which is the entirety, Bakol, right, which has a shaykh, as we'll see, to the Kol with the Kuf also, they're really the same. Rav Shamshon for her says all the letters that sound the same are the same anyway. So, what can you expect from a Yeki? So Bakol has a connection to the Kol also. How we'll see one second. So the women give the tefillin to their husband because they have the midah of Kol, and therefore they don't have a shaykhus to the inyan of tefillah, and therefore Kol be'isha, that inyan of Kol by a woman, is also to a man. And that's why it says a call, no question, especially from people from, what is it called? Aryeh, Nativ Aryeh.
Not hakol. Not hakol.
Neither am I, so that's okay. It says that kol is yofel ibsamim. Bisamim is where you take gashmiistic things and you make them unlimited. You make them into a reyach with the neshamas nahena. That's the midah of kol. That's shaykh everything. That's also the idea of a voice. That's why the sound, voice, is shaykh to bisamim. Mashenkin yayin is the opposite. Nichnas yayin yotza sod. There the call is not good. It's better to keep it a secret, not to have a call. So the call is ra le yayin, because yayin is the Indian of yayin hameshumer. Yayin is more like olam haba, where there's not completeness in this world. So therefore the call is not shaykh to yayin, but it's shaykh to the som. That's why a man makes a bracha shelo asani isha, because he doesn't have shaykhs to that midah of call. Mashenken and isha makes a bracha shasani kirtzono ritzon. The Ratzon Hashem is complete. Ritzon, what does it say? L'chol chai Ratzon. L'chol chai Ratzon. The Ratzon of the Rebbeinu Shalom is to give everything. Except in this world, that everything can't be b'shleimus. Okay, in any case. Memela, now that you got the... No questions, David. Not now.
No questions from the Nativ Aryeh or David Small.
Right. You're very perceptive.
It's on the glasses.
Drunkard.
All right, now that you understand the Hakdama, now we'll get down to some serious things and be Megala, some tremendous sodos in current events, which I promised Donnie Bader I would speak about current
Am I
events.
going to have an Asian?
Yeah, I haven't spoken with Well, I haven't been here. That's current events. Chel,
This is a free country.
it says Chel, Paras, Umodai. When it comes to the Paras, it has to do with the Chayil. And Modai is not to do with the Chayil. Why? Because Eishes Chayil Mi'imtza. A woman soldier is rare. Women are not soldiers. Men are soldiers. And therefore the Paras, the Madrega of Porus, of Ishlemus, that applies to men, and therefore it applies to Chayolim, not to women. Masha Einkein, women have the Indian of what's it called, of Kol. That's the case, you can understand the mistake they made in the army. Since Eishes Chayil Miyimtza, since Isha, who's a Chayelet, is Lo Shchiach, they thought maybe then Kol Isha, right, is not Osir in the army because it's anyway very unusual. So therefore, they thought that maybe the Indian of Kol Isha being Osir to a Gever, because that midah of Kol by the Isha doesn't apply to men, but since by a Chayelet it may apply, But the Lamaisa, it's very low shriach. The Chachamim weren't gozer by Isha.
You make it clear
That's the
that
mistake they
ladies have
made.
to sit in the back of the bus?
Okay. Now, that's Stam.
Oh, Rabbi.
A phony.
Yo, give me some of that.
And if it's water, you don't have to make a bracha?
Wait, Tate, give him a bracha that all his kids should be healthy forever.
Amen.
This guy comes from far away to listen to me.
Far out.
And
I'm leaving early.
I'm devastated. Okay, in any case. Now we'll get to the more serious part.
Oh, come on.
But you have to keep attention. This is not so posh. So we have two midas. The midah of Anoshim is the midah of Paras, of Kush. And that's the midah of Ishlemus, of Olam Haba, Klape Olam Hazeh. And then we have the midah of Modai, Ad Belidai, and Hodu, which is the midah of Shlemus.
You have the Midas touch, Rabbi.
Right. Nobody got that here.
Well, there's a Midas muffler too.
Yeah, you got that.
You need that.
Okay. However, sometimes there's a mixture of these midos, where the man's midah is mixed with the women's, and the women's is mixed with the man. We're not talking about Shlomo Zalman Jessel's over here. Or something else. Let's just forget that.
In English, it's
That's the Indian like this. Wherever there's a earboof of the two in Yonim, that's represented. We said that Tzimtzum is represented by black, and Chesed is represented by white. The middle Madrega, where there's an earboof, is represented by Yorok. Why? Because there's a machlokas, big machlokas, what Yorok is. Some say it's green, some say it's yellow, some say it's blue. So there's one thing for sure, it's not black and white. That's for sure, right? So Yorok is not black and it's not white. So therefore, whatever's not black and white is Yorok. And that's why.
He's from New York.
That's why.
That's right.
Where do we find this Indian of Yorok? We find it by Chalitza. By Chalitza, a woman wants to create the shleimus of her husband's neshama and take the place of a zachar. So you're mixing up the nekeva and the zachar together. Therefore, what does she do? Yorok, she spits Yorok bifana. Where do you find the other Indian? By Miriam. V'avia Yorok Yorak bifaneha. Why? Because Miriam, on the one hand, gave a nevuah that her father should not be mitzamtzim himself, and Moshe Rabbeinu will be born. And then she went and she spoke lashon hara that Moshe Rabbeinu is mitzumtzim. So we find the irbuv. Therefore, via Yorok Yorak by Miriam also is the Indian of Yorok. Now, Yorok in colloquial is green. Green is garin. Now, garin is what they call a pitzatza atomit.
He told us last year.
L'chora, that's a contradiction of terms. Atum means something that is closed and mitzumtzum. Pitzatza means something that is without any tzimtzum, which is explodes. So how can you have a pitzatza atumit? The answer is that it's that irbuv. You need that yorok, that kawach of yorok, to neutralize a pitzatza atumit. And that's why paras umodai, which is dye of Adbeli dye, and the porous of Prusa, combining those two kolchos of Pitzotza and Atomi. That's why in Hebrew it's called Iran. E means without, tzimtzum, and Ran means yoronu bachutzo, something that is totally open. And in English, the same thing. I, which is mitzumtzum to me, and Ran, which is open, running, open, and wild, or whatever. So you see, Iran has both in Yonim, the tzimtzum and the pritzus. And as a medrash, now we're getting to the punchline of this. The medrash says, you've heard this medrash before, not maybe 134 times like I said last night about Har and Bias and Marosa Esther, Shemolcha al 127 Medinos, Elatovo Esther Bas Bita Shel Sora, Shechoisa 127 Shonim, V'Timloch al 127 Medinos. What's the idea? The problem is Esther was a woman. Malchus doesn't apply to women, like we said. The tzava, the chayil, is only poras. That applies to men, not to women. So how in the world did Esther was zoche to do what a zocher usually does, that she should be the melech v'lo malka? So the answer is that she was a descendant of Sarah Imenu. Now Sarah Imenu was an islandess. Be'etzem, she had the midah of a zocher, and therefore it says that when she died, Avram Avinu said on her, Eishes Chayil. She was taka, one of those noshim who could be a soldier. Eishes Chayil. And therefore, when she was Bas Kuf Lechet, was Kebas Zayin Leyofi, she had both of those midos, the midah of Olam Haba and the midah of Olam Hazeh mixed together. And that's why it's interesting, if you're wondering why people would want to spit at a 7-year-old girl,
I was wondering.
but,
What a chutzpah.
but it fits this idea, because we said whenever there's an irbuv, that's where there's yorok. Yorok, yorak bifoneho. So if you have a shachor, right, who has that midah, and he wants a 7-year-old girl's kibas zayin leyofi. So she has that irbuv of basmeya kibas zayin. So Mamela, the shachor, has to spit at the what's it called, at the bazayin, because that represents this idea of the irbuv of the two kochos.
That was great. That was great. Wow, Rabbi, you're good at this.
Now, it says that Talmidim bikshu lenamne.
Yeah, you finish the rest of the bottle in the meantime.
Bikshu lenamne. Meaning, they wanted to be mitzamtim themselves. Talmidim Rabbi Akiva. Then the namne means that you're not too much awake and you're not too much asleep. Nim velo nim, tir velo tir.
No,
You're
mitzumtzum.
They assume they're zecharim, they're supposed to be betzimtzum. But Rabbi Akiva said, Shali v'shalachem shalah. Their whole koach came from a woman. So they can't be mitzamtim. They have this irbuf together. That's the idea. Just like Esther had the irbuf of the tzimtzum and the chesed, and she was able to be a malka, just like Sarah Imenu, so too Talmidei Rabbi Akiva don't have to be menamnem, because they also come from the koach of the nekeva, from Rachel. Now, it says that Esther didn't have any parents. Ki ein lo av v'ein. L'chora it does, and then it says that Esther bas Avichayil, and it says Esther bas Dodo. Now, if her mother's name was Avichayil and her father's name was Dodo, so Lamaisa she had parents. So what's that? Ein lo av v'ein. The pshata is she didn't have a mother and a father. She only had two fathers, because her mother was Avichayil, her father was a soldier, and Lamaisa she had that koach of the zocher in her, and her mother and her father was Dodo. So Dodo and Avichayil created a clone called Esther, whose mostly was a zocher.
Aren't dodos extinct?
And therefore Esther had the koach, and Esther had the koach to be a molech, unlike regular women, because they sheschayil miyimtza. In any case, now in order to counteract the power of a pitzama pitzotza atomis. You need both of these midos. You need somebody who has the midah of tzimtzum and the midah of riboy all at the same time. That's like Esther. That's like Sarah. That's the Indian of Europe.
Let's want to see how much is
Now,
left.
Bibi, no, we're up this is until here.
Oh, that's it?
That's
Where are
it.
you up to now, though?
Well, right over here.
Oh, that's pretty good.
10 more pages back here.
Big shit coming
You got the
Now,
back?
Bibi Netanyahu, his name is Binyamin. Binyamin was the Beis Hamikdash was built in the Chelik of Binyamin. The Beis Hamikdash only has Tzimtzum because you can only be Makriv Korbanos in that special place, as opposed to the fact of a Bama where you can make it everywhere. You can make Makriv Korban anywhere in a Bama.
Obama
But
Netanyahu.
wait a second. So that's why Binyamin Netanyahu, they call him Bibi. Why? Because that is a remez to what Shakespeare said: to be or not to be. The existential question whether we are going to continue to exist because of the Pitzatza Atomis of Iran is still a question when it comes to Netanyahu, because he only represents the Indian of Tzimtzum. But we need somebody who has that koach of shleimus. Now it says that women have that koach. That's why it says shchora ani v'nava. Right? Even though I'm shchora, I'm also nava. Even though I'm black and mitzumtzum, still I have the koach of the white. Who has that? So only somebody who's black and is in Bebayas Halavan has both inyanim. And that's the person who has the koach of the Bama. Oh, Bama. Then what's it called? He has the koach both of the Bama, not the Beis Hamikdash like Netanyahu. And he has the koach of being black and white. He's a shachar Bebayas
Chess
Halavan.
player.
Only somebody like that can be misnaged to the koach of Tzotza Atomish, which has both koach, Tzotza and the Atomish. And that's why it's so important that we get Obama on our side to be able to counteract the koach of the Pitzotza Atomish that has both of these contradictory inyonim. One more point.
Wait. If it's one more point, you got another couple more.
Right, you're right. If I try to wait things that is
Oh, well done, Rabbi. Well done.
the last Indian. With all of this, if you've really followed me, which I doubt anybody has,
We'd follow you to the ends of the earth, Rabbi.
I know I once had a president of mine in my shul in Miami. He said, Rabbi, I'm 100% behind you. I don't know how far behind me he was, and if he was behind me, it pushed me over the cliff.
Rabbi, I worship the very quicksand you walk on.
Are you serious?
In any case, I am getting dizzier and dizzier. I can't even read what I'm reading. But I have one more thing. If you followed me till now you can understand Chayiv Adam leBesume B'Puria Adelo Yoda Ben Orahom leBorach Mordechai. The koach of Purim is the koach of both of these contradictory things. The one on the one hand of the riboy and the other the tzimtzum, the pitzotza and the atomish. Why? Because we said that yayin, kol is bad for yayin, but kol is good for besamim. And yet on Purim, chayiv adam lebesume bepuria. You have to mix the yayin and the besamim together. Lebsume means l'shtakar b'yayin. Here, even though the yayin always represents tzimtzum, because it represents olam haba, yayin hameshumer, and the kol, the besamim, kol is yofel the besamim, because that represents taking olam hazeh and turning it to olam haba, and that the kol is good for besamim. Somehow you have to be able to besume bepuria to take yayin and connect it to the besamim and make both of those kokos together. That's the koach of Purim. And therefore on the koach on Purim we have the koach keneged the Haman of Bisman Hazeh, Achim and Ajad, Yimach Shemo V'Zikra, and we understand koach ha'me'ura, and spit in the face of the Ahmadinejad, and be able to neutralize that Pitzotza atomish even without the Obama. But we'll be able to be zochet to Binyan Beis Hamikdash and Erev Yomim.
Ala nisim ve'ala pukam ve'ala gulor ve'ala tuot ve'ala melod ve'adin ala moteinu bayamim ha'im hazman hazeh